Welcome to the Ace Mind training system.
ったく遊びじゃねえんだぞ。手が出ねえか。じっとしてろ。かかってこいよ。
Hey, what's up, dude? Hello.
本気にさせてみろよ。
How you doing on this very hot day? We're actually getting a little bit of a break from the hellish weather over here. Still really hot though. Was killing some time before I gotta go grab lunch. Nothing else to do right now. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, it's definitely hard to find a job right now. It's harder when you're, clinically crazy like I am. It's a lot harder.
手が出ねえか
People like to act like they're accepting of neurodiverse people, but when it comes to hiring, they'll come up with reasons to not hire you. I've learned that the hard way.
本気にさせてみろよ
It's kind of why I stick with the jobs I have, even though they don't pay well. At least I'm able to do them with my disabilities. We know that goes a long way in today's world. A lot of fake acceptance of neurodiverse people on the internet.
仕方ねえじっとしてろ かかってこいよマジで行くぞ
Or they want like 50 years of experience to like, I don't know, stock shelves. That's the other thing too. You need like a lifetime of experience to stock shelves or like do data entry. It's like, dude, if they can type, like, that should be good enough, right? Applying for jobs is kind of a blow up. The expectations they want from you and the standards are like really high, and then you don't pay very well. They wonder why they can't find anybody to work for them. Like, you shouldn't need like a lifetime of experience to like stock shelves, like use Microsoft Excel. I've done that before. I've done data entry before, a couple times. Like, if you want, your expectations are that high for your standards, you should, you know, charge an appropriate amount, then they still don't pay us enough to, like, actually make ends meet. Wonder why they've had the hiring sign outside for, like, 2 years. Like, maybe look within a little bit. You're expecting too much and paying too less. That's why no one wants to work for you. Yeah, you need to be a 60-year-old grizzled war veteran to wipe tables, apparently, according to these people. You know, the people that are looking for that kind of job are not going to be grizzled war veterans. They're probably going to be people either starting college or in college. They're just looking for enough money to make ends meet. No, we need the Vietnam War vet to wipe our tables. It's the only people that are capable of doing it. I don't know. It's weird. It's best to not think too deeply about it. It doesn't make any sense. The more you think about it, the less sense it makes. What I really like about this game is they added hit stun to like every boss. They added hit stun to like every boss in this game, which is actually really cool, because that was like one of the problems with this game, is that the combo system kind of didn't really work on bosses. I mean, it depended. Bosses like Arakune and a lot of the original bosses are like really big sprites. So, stuff that put you in the air still worked, and you could still combo them. Like, that was fine. That's kind of how most action games work. The problem was that there are a lot of small humanoid bosses in this game, too. And, like, if you built your character around doing stuff in the air, like, you couldn't hit them with it most of the time. Like, you felt like you're kind of a wet noodle on bosses. So it's really cool that they changed that. When they're low on health, they get a stun phase where they actually induce hit stun. There's like, one of the best things this game did is realize they kind of screwed up a little bit, letting you build into like juggles and stuff, but then you're fighting small humanoids. It kind of doesn't work. And a lot of that isn't their fault, because they're using existing sprites from games, from the Blaze Blue games, so... You know, not really a whole lot they could have done about that, but it's cool that they did fix it. That was one of my biggest complaints about this game, is you kind of had to build around, like, bossing instead of fighting basic enemies, even though that's a much larger part of the game. You only fight, like, 5-6 bosses in the run. The rest is fighting elite enemies and basic enemies, but then if you built around that, a lot of times you couldn't hit them. Definitely one of the best early access games I've bought, even though post-launch updates have been kind of slow, but a lot of that was because the company got laid off. They hired everybody back, so it's going at a smoother pace now.
おとなしくしやがれ。上等だ。ナイトメアエッジ。じっとしてろ。ゼットスパイク。上等だ。甘いんだよ。叩き切れ。ふざけんな。デッドスパイク。ぶっ飛べ。おらカーネージするぞ。てめえ邪魔なんだよ、大バカ野郎が。本気にさせてみろよ。
Well, they kind of already have that. I'll show you. They kind of already have that. It's just kind of hard to find, but let me finish this run and I'll show you.
遊びじゃねえんだ。手が出ねえか。マジで行くぞ。死にてえんなら前に出る。しまいだ。絶望。大バカ野郎が。てめえ。おら。やってやる。叩き切れ。我を楽しませる。甘いんだよ。ゲームセットをデッドスパイク。てめえ。クソが。負ける気がしねえな。大バカ野郎が。デッドスパイク。カング。負ける気がしねえな。邪魔なんだよ。ライトメアエッジ。てめえ。デッドスパイク。デッドスパイク。大バカ野郎が。切れた。この世の終わりさえは
Cydia, hello. Yeah, this is pretty much the best action roguelike in my opinion. It's the best. I like this a lot more than like Hades 2. This game is more up my alley. Anyway, Power Flood, if you go here, you go to Entropy, you can add 60% more enemies. Which is what I usually run with when I just play this for fun. Just to get a little bit more of a balance of like having the hit stun and the bosses. I just turned it off because I was playing on Steam Deck, and if you turn it on while you stream on Steam Deck, the game lags a little bit. So, but yeah, they do have this here already. You just turn this on. It definitely does make a difference, especially if you're playing a character that's fun to combo with. It does make a pretty big difference. How do I do the co-op? I don't know how to do it. I feel like I kind of owe you some co-op, so I guess I can. The bosses all have hit stun now. Yeah, they didn't before. First it was none of them really had hit stun, and then some of them did, and now all of them do. So building around juggles and stuff is actually viable now. Because when they're stunned, you can do a ton of damage. It didn't used to be like that, but they actually realized that their boss design wasn't really in line with how the characters work. But that's been fixed now. Especially a lot of the humanoid bosses did not have like the hit stun state for some reason, so that kind of sucked. Select co-op. Okay.
Online mind training is a mode that requires a team of 2 players to participate. You need to invite a friend to join.
Noel ラムダ11ノエル・バーミリオンラグナー・ザ・ノエル・バーミリオン投稿するなら今のうちです ちょっと頑張っちゃいますか来ないならこっちから行くよ
Really? I'll tune into that. Probably not my kind of game. Very, apprehensive towards Western action games because they're mostly terrible. There's been some exceptions. Atlas Fallen after the update is pretty legit. But yeah, I'm not big on Western action games. They're always so much worse than even indie games. Not paying $70 for something that might not be great. This is really laggy. Just like every Souls game is worse than Neo 2. They're all worse. Every single one is worse than that game. The combat sucks in comparison. No matter how much money they have, how much more money they have to make the game, they can't make the combat like actually good. So all those games are trash, in my opinion. The one thing you do the whole time is fight. Doesn't feel good then. I don't see the point of the game. Say that a lot about action roguelikes as well. It's kind of the same thing. Most of them don't have great combat. It's like worse than this, so why would I play it? Problem with the indie Souls-likes is that they just get compared to Elden Ring, which is like an impossible standard for content. Combat in that game looks really boring, personally, but you can't deny it's got a lot of content in depth. And indie Souls-likes just can't even begin to compare. What's that new one that came out, like Soulbound or something? That one's just getting endlessly compared to Elden Ring. It's like, well, it's made by like 20 people. They can't possibly reach that level. They definitely could have better combat. Like, at least try to not just be Temu.com Dark Souls, but you can't expect them to have like a massive open world. It's like one thing that FromSoft is never going to be able to be beaten on. It's just having the money to make a game like that. It's just I think their combat sucks, so I don't particularly care. I understand a lot of work goes into those games and they have a lot more resources. It's kind of why, I don't know, understand why there's so many Souls clones, because like, they all pretty much have the same problem, it's just like not really having much content. They're not like big adventures that take you like a month of playing a couple hours a day casually to beat. They're like games you can beat in a weekend, which isn't a bad thing. You know, there's not that much padding. I personally would prefer that if I like those games, but it's always going to be what they're compared to. They're easy to make because the combat is shit. That's why. Shit combat. So that's what people want. They want to control a fat, slow knight instead of it actually be fun. That's why. That's the real reason. The don't have to make good combat anymore. The character needs to be slow and unresponsive and fat roll and have 2 moves and be exhausted all the time. That's what's needed to get people interested now. Instead of have it actually be fun. It's depressing. No fun allowed. I want to be exhausted. I can keep being a functional adult on medication. Personally, that's not what I go for when I play a video game. I don't want to be tired in a video game. It's like Breath of the Wild. You have like obese smoker stamina. I want to be tired all the time. I don't really need a video game to emulate that, personally. I'm already pretty exhausted because I'm on medication and clinically depressed and anxious. Playing a video game where I'm tired all the time is like not fun at all. I don't see the appeal. Yeah, like in Breath of the Wild, you can run for like 5 seconds. And then you get tired. I'm like, if I'm gonna run for 5 seconds and get tired, I would rather do that in a, you know, real life, where there's like an actual benefit. Video game characters should not be tired. I haven't heard of any of those games. Actually, I've heard of Big Catch. Yeah, that looks alright, I guess. I'm waiting for Rushing Beat X. That's like the next indie game I'm mega hyped for. That game looks legit, even though they can't hire anybody to play it competently. It still looks pretty good. Can't wait for that. Beat 'em up offerings have been pretty poor lately. Power Flood, the problem I have with Souls-likes is it's made people think that if a game is fast-paced, it can't be challenging. Anything that has a modicum of speed is labeled as a mindless button masher. And that's what really bothers me. Plenty of fast-paced games out there that are hard. You know, these people haven't played, like, arcade beat-em-ups or, you know, a decent character action game. It's like, just because the game is fast doesn't mean it's too easy. It's a different kind of challenging. That's what really gets me Chrono Triggered. It's like a character doesn't have to be slow and fat and unresponsive to have the game be challenging. That's the easy way out. It's the easy way they make it hard. It's not actually what has to be done to make something difficult, but Souls games are so popular now that that's how they do it. Just make the character not fun to control. A lot of the challenge just comes from the character. It doesn't really do what you want them to do. Yeah, PSO 1 fans can definitely be a little bit nostalgia driven, I guess is the nice way to put it. That game is great. I definitely played it for hundreds of hours, but the combat has not aged well at all. The fact that you can't cancel out of anything and then your attack misses and then you get hit for that is shit. It is. It's a product of its time. You know, no one else had really done a game like that at the time, but I can't go back and play PSO 1. Combat has aged very poorly. It's like if you want a old school PSO experience, Portable to Infinity is a lot better, personally. It's like the combat really isn't that much faster. It's not as fast as PSO 2, but your character's a lot more responsive, so it feels a lot more fair. Play PSO 2 at a high level in your melee, you kind of have to stop your string at arbitrary points just to not get punished, because there's a lot of end lag on everything. PSO 1 was ahead of its time. I don't think it's particularly aged well. Just because of how unresponsive and slow the combat is. I could understand liking the slower pace, but the melee combat in that game has a lot of problems. You kinda gotta give the game, gives the game the credit for being such a pioneer. It's just pioneers aren't always something that ages well. You set the foundation. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're always going to be considered the gold standard. Something better can come along. This is Blaze Blue Entropy Effect.
ですよ。やるしかないですね。
眠れない眠れない。
やりますね。なんとかなりましたかな。さあ、ちょっと避けたいのですか。
Actually, New Genesis, at least last time I played it, was more like PSO1, because there was a lot of animation lock. The problem is, New Genesis has a lot more going on. There's like a lot more than 3 enemies on the screen. That's like the only thing that makes PSO1 combat work. Because it's slower paced and more grounded. The problem I had with New Genesis was it was trying to be like more grounded, but they still had PSO2 level, vanilla level chaos going on. It's like, well, you kind of got to decide what you want the direction of the game to be. If you want it to be grounded, that's fine, but you can't have it be unresponsive and then still have like Muso levels of enemies on the screen. That was my biggest pet peeve with that game when it came out. Like, okay, you're gonna dumb the combat down and like make it a lot slower, but then like still have the same amount of enemies on the screen. It just didn't feel good. Yep, good old PSO2 drip feed. They don't add stuff that they actually need to add. They add more waifu bikini costumes, and they don't like actually. They don't actually make the game better. That's the PSO2 way. Drip feeding content. It takes a really long time to get like a new move, but like go like months with more bikini costumes. It's kind of the problem I had with that Dragon is Dead game, is like it's a more grounded, kind of a slower paced roguelike until you get a build going, and then it's pretty fast paced, but then like you can't fight anything in the air. You suck at fighting in the air. And it's like, you know, it's fine if you want the game to be grounded. Not everything has to be super fast paced like this. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna make the game grounded, you shouldn't have enemies that just invalidate everything you can do. Just the problem with Dragon is Dead. That game feels a lot better when you have attacks with hitboxes that can hit the flying enemies. If you don't, the game feels awful to play. I don't understand that reasoning, like, they make a game grounded and then they add like a bunch of flying enemies or like in Dragon is Dead, they greatly limit what you can do in the air. So you have like so many enemies you just can't really interact with in fun ways. I don't know, I mean, on one hand, it is nice how PSO2 is kind of designed like Final Fantasy XIV, where like, you don't have to play it every single day, but, you know, they also have a long time where like nothing useful gets added. So it's a catch-22. They actually designed Final Fantasy XIV around like not having to be on it meticulously every day like a gacha game, which I mean makes sense because it's a subscription. They don't really need player retention that badly. But at the same time, it's like you should add more interesting stuff to the game. PSO2 would go like months without anything interesting going on, and it kind of felt bunk to keep playing. think the worst drip feed PSO2 had was Ultimate Quests. Ultimate Quests were just a joke. Because it's like, they were really hard. With the level of power the player had at the time, they were like really hard. But then it had like gacha level drop rates. So you're playing your heart out and getting nothing. And that was their way of drip feeding, because you were supposed to play that like mentally exhausting fight, that map, for like months. But like the drop rate was terrible, so it wasn't particularly rewarding. Like the Ares weapons, the drop rate was like less than 1%, so we're talking like gacha levels of drop rates. But you know, you can't like spend money to make it go faster. You kind of have to suck it up and keep playing. Didn't feel very good. A lot of people quit during that time. I stopped playing for a few months around that time. GG's, dude. That was pretty fun. I like how it kind of takes away the Dead Cells level when you play co-op. I didn't know that. That was fun. GG's. It was a little bit laggy, but it was playable. It definitely doesn't feel as good as it should, but it was playable. I'll give it that. A lot better than I thought it would be, because you're on the other side of the country. So, that wasn't bad. Definitely do that some more. It's definitely not rollback. It's definitely not rollback. I honestly really think that they should have, like, added more content to the game over online, personally, but hey, it's their business. They can run it how they want. I really think they need to add more stuff to the mind upgrades, and they need to add more characters, mostly, like the main things that the game needs. But it is cool that they added co-op, because that's like one thing that, like, a lot of roguelikes don't have, is they do not have co-op. Like Turtles, for instance. Turtles is totally a Hades clone, but the fact that it has 4-player co-op is pretty cool. I hear it's like super buggy, but it is nice that they have that. Because action roguelikes are basically just arcade games. And the length of Turtles is like 35 minutes tops if you're playing like incredibly slow. So it's definitely easier to get people that aren't like mega arcade junkies to play it, because it's like shorter than an actual arcade beat 'em up. So it is cool that they have online, but I do feel they should have added rollback to it, and then like the game needs more stuff over that, personally. But that was pretty enjoyable. Yeah, I can definitely run that with you probably next stream. Alright, let's see what I feel like playing now. Lost Castle 2 is decent, but they're using the cheap, like, Flash-style animation, but then, like, the movesets are still, like, really small. I feel like they should fix that. You only have, like, 3 moves for a weapon. And, like, if you're not doing pixel art or 3D models, you should be able to, like, expand the moveset a lot more, because, like, that game totally looks like a Flash game. I actually actively hate the art style. It just looks so cheap. But, you know, there are benefits to that art style that they're not using. They have, like, Monster Hunter style weapons, you know, but, like, the movesets are, like, mega small, so it just doesn't really feel that... It doesn't feel that interesting to play, unfortunately, just because you only got, like, 3 moves. So, I hope that that's something that they expand upon. Just, like, keep the Flash cheap animation, but then, like, actually use it to your benefit. Have, like, a larger moveset to work with. You know, the sword and shield feels pretty good because it's got that nice, like, frame run guard cancel, but then you just don't have any moves, so it's kind of boring. I would think that if you're going to go with that cheap Flash art style, which turns a lot of people off, that you would, you know, use it to your advantage. Personally, I get why the game looks like that, because it's way cheaper than doing pixel art. And they can make stuff a lot faster that way, but, like, you're not even using it properly. If I made a game with that art style, I would have, like, insane big movesets and stuff. Doesn't even necessarily need to be a combo game. Could be more like Monster Hunter. You're not doing, like, crazy combos, but you have a lot of options. And you have, like, ways to kind of have your own play style. I definitely feel that's kind of a missed opportunity, but maybe the game will become like that over time. I've beaten it a couple times. I owe you guys an overview for that, huh? I gotta get around to that sometime this week. Yeah, the thing about the co-op we just did is that it wasn't laggy. That's the and buggy. Like, Turtles co-op is supposed to be like the main selling point, but it's crazy laggy. So, not laggy, but buggy. Well, probably also laggy. I haven't done it myself, but I don't know. Hey, what's up, Claymore? How you doing? How's the gacha games and Mortal Kombat treating you? I actually got tired of Zenless pretty quick because I got tired of that damn TV. TV got really old really quick. That TV got mad exhausting.
We should make sure we... But it is...
It took some effort, but we've... I didn't know the mountains here stretched so far.
Mortal Kombat is kind of a meme competitively.
You failed us, Arif.
The gauntlet.
It's
Valerie
a
was
meme
right.
competitively.
How,
Fetch her.
Valerie?
What?
You may... As for...
I found it by
Perhaps get this...
Kendra.
Especially because every time that they,
As I said, only 10 people at a time can go through.
they release a character and then they're broken and then they nerf them till they're useless.
Kendra, Valerie. These names speak to me. Confound my memory. These recollections are just out of reach. That woman. We must find her, talk to her.
It glows just like the
You are not powerful enough. Find more shards first.
The commander is waiting for you in the main hall.
Watch your step.
We need to speak to your leader. Many of us.
The patrol never returned from the sunken city.
You have come. I am Kendra, the few of us. I must apologize.
He led me.
Arif told...
Does it belong to you?
No. The only person...
You speak of...
He has no... And that thing on...
I will find...
Valerie was... She believed that... But alas, our honor. But despite our...
I will find her.
Valerie's If you true...
I will not...
These are dark.
How do I get into the sunken city?
The entrance is... Take the left branch.
Please tell me.
He has been placed in a... But I warn you. Only then will I
I will return when I have found...
Could I speak to you for a moment? Greetings.
I...
My son believed... My husband...
If there's any...
Please.
Many here
We all have to... As ever.
How can I find your son's grave?
Just look.
Where can I find...
When you exit...
I will return.
Don't wait too...
Did we strengthen the carriages for the road ahead across the mountains? Did we strengthen the carriages for the road ahead across the mountains?
I made sure they were checked. Our battalion is ready to leave.
I don't know, I just
I
got
gave an
really
order this
tired of
morning.
the TV
A routine patrol reassignment.
in Zenless. I got really
But
tired
Maxim
of it.
looked at me as if I'd just insulted his mother.
It's just
They
boring.
never looked to a reef like that.
Everyone is welcome at my shop.
When
I
he
don't know,
gave
they
an
do
order,
some
he did
pretty
it with a
creative
smile
things with
and a
it, but
joke, and
they
people
shouldn't
loved
make
him.
you do it that much.
You may enter.
The only time the TV feels good is pretty much Hollow Zero. It actually, like, makes sense to have it there because it's like a roguelike mode, but the rest of it, not so much. It's like, I know you guys have money to, like, actually make levels. Like, why are you not making actual levels?
Greetings.
So,
If I thought
anything else?
much.
So, can I help you?
Yeah, people aren't. If you'd maybe even I was going and I
I'll talk to...
Well, it's clear that they added the TV to make the game stand out.
researchers
in a very crowded market. But
Kendra was
you know, you already have people
but
drawing porn of like every single character. So
the moment.
how much was that really needed?
Val says she's found a link between this gauntlet
I think the
thing
amount
and
of
those
porn that's
baubles
being
she's
drawn for the
calling
game
essence
is enough.
stones.
Make it
The
stand
glove
out.
means she can use them somehow. I told the research team to
They've got
gather any
police
scriptures
people
on
in
these
there.
stones.
They've got wolf people,
Anything
bear
that might
people.
contain information about their
they've got every base
purpose,
covered.
I guess.
Do you really need the TV?
They might just be rocks. Or
I got
they might be the
modded
key to unlocking
on
the most powerful
the official
weapon we've
Reddit
ever
for that
seen.
game for telling somebody it was safe to play it on Steam Deck, and they have like literal porn on there all the time. Like, why am I being modded for posting, actually talking about playing the game instead of posting more porn? Like, what the hell is wrong with that Reddit? The mods are on like a mega power trip. Like, you scroll through there and you can't find anybody like actually playing the damn game. They're all just posting porn. Like, I'm actually trying to help somebody play the game, and I'm getting modded for, you know, not posting porn. The Zenless Zone Zero Reddit is totally one where they go on power trips. Then, like, you know that they're saving.
We're
all
not
that
letting you through here without the commander's permission.
You know they're saving all that porn that they delete because they're secretly
harder.
sexual deviants. They got their kink. Reminds me of when the DFO forum got inundated with porn because they wouldn't say that the game was shutting down, even though it hadn't been updated for like 6 months, which is always like a telltale sign that a service game is going to die. The guy was like, if the game is going to shut down, you'll hear it from the mountains. He said something like that, and then people just kept posting porn. I'm like, you know that moderator was saving all that. Had like a big thumb drive with all that porn saved. Then, of course, the game did shut down, I mean, which is already painfully obvious, but... Took them a while to get to actually admitting it was gonna die.
What can a poser... McGavock, this must be the grave where you can put the flowers.
Get those cuffs off my wrists right now!
Reeve, Gauntlet Bearer. You survived the...
Tracker taught me.
The cards?
It's your work.
There were.
So,
Please, speak to the night. Remind me.
up the stairs.
I will talk
Can I
to
fight
these knights.
something?
They will tell you
Can I
I'm
fight?
innocent.
Shut up. Let me fight. I wish this game was just a roguelike, not open world. I hate open world. Just fight stuff in a blank room.
Have you placed...
I did.
Talk to
Thank
NPCs
you.
and watch
People will-
cutscenes. I don't even know how to get out of here. Like, when do I get to fight something again? Can I, like, fight, please? Play that didn't turn this game on to run around and talk to NPCs. That's why beat 'em ups are great. There's no cutscenes.
With all those new faces, how can we possibly
Gameplay. No one wants gameplay anymore. They want this. Running around. Mad boring. Can I get out into the world and fight stuff? Like, how do I get out of here? Just let me fight something. Spawn a monster so I can actually play. I don't know how to get out of here. So tired of this, man. Why does everything have to be open world? Let's make a roguelike with these graphics and no exploration. Just gameplay. It was fun when I was like fighting stuff regularly. Now this game is not fun because they put you in these towns and you can't figure out where to go. I don't want a town. I don't want NPCs or story. I just want to fight. That's the fucking reason, man.
I sure hope this thing isn't dangerous to be around.
Yes, how do I get out of
cursed.
here?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Why do they always have to make towns, like, hard to get around in? Like, make it simple where to go. I don't know how the fuck to get out of here. It's annoying. Just make the town, like, a flat area with bullet points, because it's not the reason I'm playing this. I'm playing this because it has decent combated builds. I legit don't want anything else. I don't understand where to find this entrance. Just fucking kill stuff, man. That's why I miss beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups were just fighting. No exploration, no story. Peak. I don't understand where to go. Want me to go down there? No. Should not ever need to look up a walkthrough for how to get out of the damn town. Town is just generic NPCs talking. It's not like the meat of the game. Maybe I'm supposed to go this way. I can't tell. Where do you want me to go, game? Can you just tell me? Give me a big arrow.
It's almost time. Val tells me the gauntlet is ready to go, and I trust her. I really do. But I wonder, do I really trust this plan? Or am I
really
doing
don't
this
care about this, man.
for
Can
love?
I, like, fight something?
If this attack fails, it could mean the end of the
They
Knights.
put walls everywhere, so you
Am
can't
I
tell
allowed
where to
to
go.
make such a decision? There is nothing like the feelings just
Shut
before
up,
a battle.
I don't care.
Fear, apprehension,
Skip the
excitement.
story.
I wish it hadn't come to this. But what other
Haven't
choice
fought
do we
anything
have?
in like 20 minutes. Dude, just tell me where the stupid
have
place
found
is. Yes.
How do I get it?
The entrance is beneath the... Take the left.
That's not
will
useful.
return
Just
when I
give me an
find
arrow
Valerie.
that tells me where it is. Useless ass NPC. People always complain when there's no world map in games. Or no towns. Like, they make towns so hard to navigate. I really don't care. Just let me fight stuff, man. Why is that so hard? I have no idea where it wants me to go. Alright, is this it? Alright, is there going to be gameplay now?
You realize that it's
I think I'm on the right track.
We are getting closer to the sunken city.
Oh, we're getting closer to gameplay.
I sense
Cool.
that there is another rift there.
Cool.
Once we arrive, we must look out for it.
It's gonna become a video game again. Nice. This. Yeah, it's not an indie game. It's a mid-budget game.
What on earth?
Please, no more town.
This must be... Why would any...
No more town,
Is
please.
it Valerie?
Can I fight? No more
An
town,
anvil.
please.
We can rest
I'm
and
done
grow
with the
stronger
town.
there.
Actual, realistic town where, like, people could actually live. Actually, kind of legit sucks for video games. You know how in most video games, the cities are not habitable. Like, there's not enough room for, like, more than a couple people. I'm starting to realize why that's actually a blessing in disguise. A lot of video game towns have enough room for, like, 3 people. Never see, why they do that now. I understand now. reminds me of the ending of Skies of Arcadia. I don't know if you guys played that game, but like the ending is that they go to explore the world. But like it's like, dude, you already explored everything. Like what's left? The ending of that. I was like 14 when that game came out, and even then I'm like, what is there left to explore? You already did everything. I mean, best you can do is check out the food. You already went over the entire world. Cause that game's like set like it's like an aerial world where there's like islands where people live on and stuff. They already went everywhere. What is there left to explore? It didn't make any sense.
You are weakened. You should take care of
Alright,
yourself.
you've already pretty much seen everything the world has to offer and done more than like pretty much anyone else ever will do with their life. I think retiring or just getting a normal job would have like made more sense. No, I gotta go down this way.
A rift. This forgotten realm calls to me. We finally know how to create something new. I must enter. I am... Source grants me more power. I am liberated. Another one of those statues. It might reveal more. They can bring me power. done yet. Changing tactics, I see. More parts for me to dismantle. That was the final fight. We will learn more from
Final
the
fight name drop. Final fight 4 confirmed. Finally, after 30 years, we're gonna get a new final fight. He said that was the final fight. Coming now. Capcom's canceling Resident Evil 9. We have enough Resident Evil.
Our discourse, human.
What do you?
This game is pretty fun, actually.
No. Why do you?
I'm actually really enjoying it.
Do it, but do not.
So it was you who gave magic to humankind.
Thelos was perhaps referring to the gauntlet. They said that a war soon followed.
Maybe the battle the knights fought. They possessed the gauntlet.
I sense Thelos was referring to a different conflict. An ancient one.
Perhaps when the Queen seized the throne hundreds of years ago.
I cannot remember. Let us hope for further enlightenment soon. Forsaken. Trapped. Something stirred the creature. Did our energy flow into the statue wake it?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh man, it's almost time for me to go grab lunch. Let's get a little farther into this dungeon.
Your return is most welcome.
Go.
The truth remains clouded in
It's already
mystery.
95 degrees
Now
outside.
we must continue with our quest.
Have to stop soon.
This looks like our only way into the palace. But if we leap here, there is no turning back.
Am I just like stuck down here? This game is has some interesting realism in that like most things have collision. You expect to just kind of, usually in video games, if you fall like any distance, you expect them to just be like a kill plane down there, where you just get teleported back. But like almost everything in this game has collision, so sometimes falling down can really suck because you know it doesn't just automatically kill you. It's a blessing and a curse, because there's lots of video game characters that, you know, they can't, like, be in a small puddle of water, or they fall down a distance that would, like, barely incapacitate, like, a normal person, let alone usual superpowered characters we play in video games. But yeah, this game is kind of weird. You fall down and you have to, like, actually figure out how to get back up. It doesn't just put you back on the top. Your character's not a complete jobber.
I have a bad feeling about this place.
My feeling also. I sense something here watching us.
The anvil. Something is dragging it down in the sand.
Curse Thelos. Their fiends are everywhere. You acquitted yourself well. Be proud. Now let us retrieve this anvil from under the sands. Past events. You must look...
Show me.
Thanks for showing me when I'm gonna skip it. Sorry. It's very valuable information. Thank
now,
you.
Kendra,
Very immersed.
It is
We must search.
Alright, let's try to get an actual build going here, because I haven't really been interacting with that much yet. Let's see here. Should probably like upgrade something. Greatly increase the duration of your sand skin. So what that basically means is this game's got East Flash Guard. If you played a modern East game, meaning one from like the past 15 years, when you block in this game, your character doesn't actually block, meaning that it's not like an actual animation. So having that is actually really nice, but it's probably like really a crutch because you don't really need it. But I guess at the beginning of the game, that's actually probably really nice, just because it helps you learn the attacks. Because like when the enemy flashes, that's not when you push the button. You have to learn the timing. So I guess that's going to make it a lot easier. I'll go ahead and put this on. This attack is really cool because it staggers everything. So if you could get, like, cooldown on that, I guess you could maybe, well, that's pretty cool. I kinda just like that stagger attack, though, honestly.
You seem to be getting more comfortable with the gauntlet. We should try different approaches against wraiths. Find new paths to victory.
Notes about combining essence stones.
She was researching the stones in such...
So many of her, but this armor is...
It seems that...
But the journal is missed.
We could look... We will need shard...
That's worth saving up for, huh? Since I'm using the knuckles. The Sura's Wrath knuckles. Not quite sure where it wants me to go now. Just keep going down here, or what? Should figure that out before I go. Before I to come back and play the game and get Chrono Trigger, because I don't know where to go. Let's figure that out first. I gotta bounce.
Remains of an essence stone. Valerie must have broken it up during some kind of experiment.
Kind of drawing a blank here. Like, where do you want me to go, video game? I'm not quite following. Is there like some kind of trigger in here or something? Thing's blocked off. I don't understand what it wants me to do. When we go all the way back up again? Yeah, it won't let me fast travel either. Just trapped in here. One thing about this game that really sucks, the combat is actually really fun. It's got a high skill ceiling, and like the builds are really interesting too. The problem is that you can only fast travel from the anvils.
A comb with an effigy of
Pretty
Thelos.
whack.
Why would Valerie
Should be able
have
to
this?
fast travel whenever.
We have found all that there is
Oh,
to
there we
find.
go.
Let us improve the gauntlet, then leave this place.
Triple air dashes? That's pretty sick. Anime. Definitely triple air dashes. Also, the air dash in this game is really fun because it's like Astral Ascent, where if you attack something, you get all of them back. So, you can really stay in the air a long time. Sure what this means. Can't get in there. You have to go all the way back up. So they're not going to be nice enough to give you fast travel. Yeah, he won't raise it, will he? Alright, well let's get out of here and then I gotta go. Grab a bite to eat. Get some Haterade. It's hot. Stay hydrated. Oh, by the way, I beat Slime LMBS yesterday, and the post-game you unlock literally nothing, so I think I'm gonna do the overview for that game tonight. think it's ready to be reviewed. I found somebody that did the whole game.
You are weakened. You should take care of yourself. There must be more journal pages around here. Let us look. Now the wraiths will return as strong as before. This is our way back. peace for a long time. They can be shattered but never truly destroyed.
This game is actually really enjoyable. Surprised how much I'm liking it. This just needs to end in the next 2 weeks, because that's when Gundam Breaker 4 comes out, and then this channel is going to have no variety whatsoever. Besides, like, 20 minutes of PGR a day. It's gonna be the only thing I'm gonna be playing is that game. So, enjoy the variety while it lasts. I'm going in hard on that game.
Is that the Queen?
So
although the extent of
had
such depends on how
everything
good it
she
plays on
chose.
Steam Deck. I'm really only playing this game at home, so
I was right.
it's gonna take a lot
Celia
longer
does
to
know
get
of the
through
gauntlet.
compared to
But her knowledge
slime game.
extends only to its existence.
Is that the...
So
She had a...
everything she chose.
I gotta go back to that damn town. I was enjoying not having to talk to anybody. Oh, hello. Also, these devs are pretty cool because they realized that the beginning of the game sucked, and they got you into the heat of it a lot quicker. That's actually pretty awesome. Not a lot of devs do that. There's some games that are like really good, but they take forever to get going. And this game, they cut the tutorial in like half. I know this for a fact because I looked at the save when I first bought this, and I stopped playing because of the frame rate issue. And then I started a new save because I didn't remember how to play the game, and I got back there in like half the time. So that's pretty commendable. It's nice to have world building and stuff, but you know, people have such low attention spans now. You gotta get people to the meat of it quick, especially with refunds and stuff. I think it's actually pretty cool that they're like, hey, yeah, we kind of screwed up a little bit. It took too long to get into this game, and now, you know, you can kind of see what it's about a lot quicker. If you like the gameplay, you want to stick with it or not.
I have something
Looking
for you.
forward to going back into this
So
town.
you're real.
Excuse me?
Nothing. It's dangerous down there. It can break an enemy.
Thank you.
And
Oh, wow. On a successful parry, significantly reduce your foe's defense for 9 seconds. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, the builds in this game are pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on right now. I get good at parrying. It's gonna be a lot of defense
Anyone else
shred.
would prefer guarding the Wildlands Gate instead of this?
I'll gladly take on a few soldiers instead of a wraith. Well,
You return.
I found Valerie's.
Impossible.
You must read her. Some pages.
Yet you believe.
There is another. It is not.
Impossible.
Once not.
This is.
Niall.
Please.
And whatever.
It shall be done soon. Thank you, friend.
Some things can only be found underground.
Have you found...
Sadly, no.
When Valerie...
It's a mirror.
Maybe this will bring...
That is why.
Just in time.
The gauntlet.
Niall?
A god.
And you told...
She needs.
Thanks, friend.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
I
for your
consider-
patience
and
on
I-
skipping the cutscenes.
The Queen. You have.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very
I will
patient.
help you.
Very.
The gauntlet.
Prepare.
I'm just the
I
real
look-
life version of Jack from Stranger in Paradise. Most of the time, I'm just not interested in the story. That's just how I am. It depends. Depends on the game. I don't know. A lot of times I watch the story and I get disappointed. But that's mostly just because I play a lot of action games almost exclusively, so it tends to come with not the best writing. The Bayonetta 3, boy do I regret watching the cutscenes in that one. Story in that game was horrible. I was stupid to watch it. Lesson learned. If you ever come out with another Bayonetta, don't watch the cutscenes.
Someone was a guy who was putting it.
None of us saw, although he did.
What do you mean?
I can't talk right. Too many of.
Bayonetta 3's story was just like Suicide Squad. How do you piss off the most people that loved your games and grew up with them?
I have to go.
Bayonetta 3 has that in common with Suicide Squad.
What can I do for you to...
Show me your wares.
What do you got?
Finger. Today you become hero.
We will miss you.
I'm supposed to go? Yeah, it is. Wait.
This is our moment. The city is preparing. Our objective, our fighters.
Yes,
We have limit.
as you wish.
My spies are, and one of my.
I will send a message.
The gauntlet hears the echo of an anvil.
Alright, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and go and grab something to eat. I think I'm supposed to play this co-op with FBI Mike Scarn today. I think his work schedule and mine actually aligns. He wanted to play yesterday, but I had to go be with the cats. So, there should be more of this later today. I might actually play the slime game a little bit on stream, just because I need to get ready for the DLC, but yeah, that game is mostly demoted to off-stream. So all that's really left is just mindless grinding. It's not nothing interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go grab something to eat, and I'll probably be back later tonight in a couple hours. We'll play some more games. See you later, everybody.